Hello, gentle viewers. This is Abendian, welcoming you back to a new season of Out of the Park Baseball 19, or the off season, I should say. And we're in transition at this point. We finished 81 and 81, which isn't great. And first we'll examine why we did so poorly, and then we'll make some important off-season decisions, not the least of which is keeping Don Mattingly, but we'll talk about that in a minute. The best player on the team once again was Chili Davis. It wasn't as good as last year, but still, he was beyond reproach as a member of this team. 141 hits, 21 doubles, not as many home runs, but overall, still an excellent player who still provided significant value as a catcher. Don Mattingly turned in another nice season. He dropped below 300, horror of horrors, and below 200 hits, but still continues to be ridiculously productive, which is why we have a hard conversation with him coming up. Tim Raines, who returned to the team last episode after a trade, put together a pretty nice second half of the season, but our owner doesn't like him, and we might be able to make something of that. Von Hayes turned in another good but not great season. His power almost vanished, and only his quite good play at first base helped him maintain a decent WAR. This number is troubling, and we may be better off without Von Hayes at this point. He still provides a lot of useful things, and I don't have a clear replacement, but we need the power to be a thing for him to be a worthwhile player. Darryl Strawberry had a bit of a down year, but there's still a lot to work with here. And we've only got him for one more year, so he's another possible trade target. Someone we might want to flip and make a deal on. Schofield had a good year. Cal Ripken has been kind of disappointing, because the real Cal Ripken could hit, and ours can't. We'll have a long talk with him. And then the rest of the team. McCoy provided some okay value with the bat, but there's still a long way for him to go. He needs a contact rate of at least 260 to justify the rest of his peripherals, which aren't bad, but not great either. We'll have a talk with him and make some other choices too. So this is a year where our lineup didn't go super great. What about our pitching staff? Let's take a look. Our best starter was Pascual Perez. Although Dave Stewart did quite well in only 148 innings, we're waiting for him to bounce back from his injuries. Mike Morgan gave us another 220 quality innings, and Alan Anderson had a very fine sophomore season, making gains in and cutting his walk rate, cutting his home run rate, striking out a few less, but he's not here for strikeouts. He's here to throw strikes and get people to ground out, and that's what he did. Chuck Finley provided some value over just a few innings. He might have earned himself another shot. Eddie Bain was a disappointment. If we'd replaced him earlier, we might have won a few more games. But this was just a bad year for him. And I think he's just gotten too old, and we will not be re-signing him. Now, you may remember Pete Falcone. He was part of the deal, along with Jim Rice and some prospects, to bring in Tim Raines. One of the first things we'll do this offseason is actually trade him and try to get even more value out of him. We're down to a rebuild, which is good, because I think that's what we're looking at next. But look at all this money we've got for extensions. We've got one player that needs to be extended, and only one right now. Don Mattingly wants a lot of money. I'm going to try to see if we can maybe buy a little bit more on the front end of this, on the front end of this deal. Let's reduce this by 1, reduce this by 1, reduce this by 1. Reduce it by a couple of hundred. Then we'll increase by a couple of hundred. And then we'll make the last few years of his deal $4 million each. So let's think about this. In 1998, he will be 37 years old. We would be morons to pay him this much money. So we're going to change these to team options, and we're going to give him pretty hefty buyouts. This is a package I can live with. It still gives us plenty of flexibility for the next couple of years, but still keeps him in our team. Will he take this? He will. I'm going to make this offer. We would be moronic to let him go. It's just, it's a non-starter to let him go. Let's take a look at salary arbitration. Eddie Bain is a Type B free agent. If someone wants to sign him, they're welcome to do so. Octavio Rojas only draws walks. Ed Correa is kind of interesting, maybe. These guys will walk. I'm fine with these slight increases. So let's go MVP award announced. We will trade Tim Raines. I promise you that's one of the things that's going to happen. AL Gold Glove. Chili Davis again. Dick Schofield again. Nice. Silver Slugger. Chili Davis again. It is not fair that the A's have Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, and frickin'... so terrible. This is a lot of money. But if any player has ever been worth it, it's Don Mattingly. Alright. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, Tim Raines. I'm not calling him fat. I'm merely suggesting we need to trade him. And he's going to be a pretty sexy choice. A lot of people are going to want him because the Yankees are still picking up part of his tab. So we can afford to be choosy. And be choosy is exactly what we will be. Alright, Devon White is a really good infielder or outfielder who's a decent hitter. I could see him being the beginning of a package, but not enough by himself. We could trade for fat guy David Wells, who's a really nice starter and would be a good complement for losing Pete Falcone. Frank Castillo, a starter with an amazing ceiling. Okay, so far Castillo's my favorite choice so far. We could get Kevin Brown from the Texas Rangers. Kevin Brown's a little bit more raw, though. You could pick up Lloyd Mosby. We've got options. Ken Hill, if we want someone incredibly raw, but who might be brilliant. Pat Lennon. Ooh. Pat Lennon is a really great all-around player who plays everything but second base, which would make this an easy sell. Good all-around hitter. Plays multiple positions. How is he in the outfield? He's a pretty solid outfielder. He plays second. He plays third, short, and first. I bet he could learn second. He's unmotivated and thick-headed. I get Jose Canseco, but I won't. Joey Cora, not a good enough second baseman. Cecil Fielder. Okay. So, I think the centerpiece of our deal is going to be from the Royal. Where's Frank Castillo? I think he's the perfect type of piece to bring back. Pat Lennon probably has a brighter future, but the thing is... Oh, shit. I really like Pat Lennon, though. Like, I like him a lot as a player. He's got a lot of quality tools. He plays a position shortstop, which we already have a Gold Glover at. Put him in the outfield. But starting pitchers the caliber of Frank Castillo are hard to find, especially when they're young. He's going to give up bombs, but other than that, he's a practically perfect starting pitcher. And we do need a replacement for what's-his-face. So the question becomes, do we take a potentially brilliant shortstop and move him to second or third to basically replace Tim Raines, or do we take Castillo, who might be better for our team in the long run? I'm going to take Lennon, and I'm going to try to get other players out of this too. Because he's basically Tim Raines. Is he also a dick? I know players think he's kind of unmotivated, but is he a dick? Is he like a Tim Raines level dick? That I don't know. I could request a scouting report on him. There's no rush. Let's request a scouting report. So let's sim one day, and then we'll make the deal again. Because he should instantly appear as a scouting report. Okay. Okay. Alright. So we didn't find out if he's a clubhouse cancer, but I also don't know that he is a clubhouse cancer. I really think this is the right move. I really do. Let's get Timmy. Because remember, the owner wants us to move Tim Raines. And we're going to try to get you to throw in Steve Finley. Very bad. You won't consider that. I guess that's reasonable. Orlando Merced? What about Dave Hansen? Close to being fair. What if I agree to keep a little bit of his salary? No. He wants to think about it. I will offer this deal. I mean, Dave Hansen is honestly, he's just a bonus. This is about grabbing Pat Lennon and moving him to second. Or moving Cal Ripken to second. I will make this work if this deal happens. No way. But you don't want a lot extra. Let's try to make this deal even a little bit bigger. Because I really do kind of want... Could I get Orlando Merced? Let's see. Orlando Merced. And I want to see what else I'd have to add. Doster's actually kind of a good center field. Kind of a good player. I can't afford to trade Fuji right now. I could just trade Cal Ripken. No, I don't want to do that. Does OSA love Doster? OSA thinks... I mean, I'm going to trade... I'm going to give you Doster. I think this is a very fine deal. This gets us significant upgrades. And I'm going to try... Because you know me, I'll try to get a little bit more. Would you give me Steve Finley? You want a lot more. How much is a lot more? No. Alright, we tried. Is there anything else interesting here? Manuel Mercado can't throw strikes. No. I will make this deal. I think this makes us better now, and it makes us better in the future. Done. Fans are a little peeved, but people think Tim Raines is a dick, and this will make my owner happy too. Plus, I bet our fan interest is still pretty high. Yeah. For sure. Alright. So we got two of our bugbears settled. Bugbear, I guess that's not really accurate. Pat Lennon. Can Cal play second? No, he plays third and short. Can Schofield play second? Yes. Okay. Problem solved. Pat Lennon, you're our new starting shortstop. I feel very good about this. Trey McCoy's a nice little hitter. We do need another pitcher because we lost Pete Falcone. And we do need like another really good reliever. So those are two things we want to target here in free agency. I feel very strongly that we've already won a pretty big victory this offseason. No. No. Why on earth do you think I would ever give you Pat Lennon? And quit offering me your crappy outfielders. I hope at some point, maybe in OOTP 20, they add, I don't want this player. And I think I won all of these offers. I did. Alright, let's go to free agency. Hey, look, we could repeat our mistake and sign Tony Phillips again. No. No. Right, so I have $3 million, which is a lot of money, and we need to spend it intelligently. Kindly add... Oh, what is it? I think it's under financial. It's FA type. Here we go. I could get Tony Phillips... or Terry Forster, or a bunch of other bad players. We're actually going to wait. Because we're going to do what everyone else does to us, which is we're going to wait until we don't have to pay a draft pick. Paul O'Neill would be a nice little upgrade. Paul O'Neill would be a very nice upgrade. He is fragile. I recognize that. I really think he'd be a good addition to the team. Another contact hitter like Dom Mattingly on this team. We're basically being the Yankees. This has not been lost on me. If we get... I want the pitcher, though. The pitcher, I think, is more important to us if it means making it to... Yeah. So we're going to wait. We're going to wait until... But I've got so much money. I've got $3 million. The only player here worth $3 million is Julio Franco, which is hilarious to me. I bet I could probably get a couple of good pitchers for a lot cheaper. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to make a play for Paul O'Neill. Depending on how much he wants. He wants very little money. Let's do this. Paul O'Neill can play right. We'll find something to do with Darryl Strawberry. This would be a no-brainer decision. Frankly, I'm surprised no one offered him arbitration. The Yankees must have re-signed Pete Falcone. I wonder how much they gave him. I bet they gave him a lot. If they say something for like $800,000 a year, I will weep. Alright, who's in this job? Ooh, Frank Thomas. Oh, wouldn't that be sweet? This is a good draft. Hall of Famer. Was Robin Ventura Hall of Famer? I don't think so, but Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer. 3 Hall of Famers. I know our pick isn't that great. What is Boston offering you? Done. As long as it's less than $1 million, I will continue to make you offers. Okay, here comes the rest of the players. Okay. Johnny Bench, no-brainer. Please put him on the ballot. Louis Aparicio, no. Bill Freehan, I'll keep voting for. Buddy Harris, no. Hepner, no. There's a lot of players here who just aren't that great. Oh, Nolan Ryan. Yeah, I'd give him a toss. A vote. He didn't turn out that well in our version of the game. Pitchers in general just aren't that great for us. Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to vote for Nolan Ryan. End of winter meetings. Paul O'Neill is really dicking me over. I will make this offer, but I won't offer him any more than this. If he doesn't take it, he doesn't take it. And then we'll look to improve other ways. Because I can't afford to get into a giant bidding war for Paul O'Neill. How much are the Cubs offering you? I'll at least look. It's only a couple $100,000 more. 1.5 is my breaking point. We'll sim up to the draft. How much do you want? Remember, nope, I said 1.5. I'm a man of my word. Fuck you, Paul O'Neill. Haha, it's true because the Expos never drew any fans. This is a really good... There's another Hall of Famer. This is one hell of a draft. How good is my pick? 15? I'm not going to get anything good. I'm going to close my eyes. Okay, Trevor Hoffman just got taken by the San Diego Padres. Who's left? Come on, someone mind-blowing. All the good players are gone. Damn it. That's not fair. There's still really good players left. Jim Abbott? What's so great about you? Okay, Mo Vaughn Mo Vaughn was a pretty good player at one point too. Ryan Klesko's a lot more raw, but there's some potential there too. Okay. Tino, we could unite Tino Martinez. He's a good hitter too. So we do need a replacement for Vaughn Hayes at some point. And Mo Vaughn would definitely be a good replacement. But we also have a unique opportunity staring us in the face right now. And his name is Jim Abbott. We could instantly replace what we lost from Pete Falcone in one draft pick. Oh, shit. Or we could take Eric Young. I didn't even see him. And we could address the fact that our second base position isn't very stable. Well, we moved Dick Schofield there, but... Damn. Kara was complaining. We've got 3 legitimate options, in my view. There's some other options down the road here, like Dave Staten and Geronimo Pena. Dave Staten's actually a pretty good hitter right now. It might be even better. So right now, I'm between 3 players. Eric Young, Mo Vaughn, and Jim Abbott. Jim Abbott is the win now move. And I don't think we can win right now. Eric Young is the let's win in the next 3 or 4 years move. Mo Vaughn is the franchise cornerstone of these choices. I could build a team around Mo Vaughn just because he does everything well except he strikes out a bit too much. But he's a Strawberry replacement. He's a Vaughn Hayes replacement. There's very little he can't do. It is so hard to turn down a player with the offensive skill set of a Mo Vaughn. And I can always buy a pitcher. And I don't think Eric Young offers, well, the thing Eric Young doesn't do is hit for power, though, and he's a good second baseman. Oh, shit. So if I sign Young, that pushes. If I draft Young, that pushes aside Schofield, which is fine. But you would be my Tim Raines replacement, except you're not a dick. Oh, Eric Young or Mo Vaughn. Eric Young or Mo Vaughn. Oh shit, I want them both. I can't have them both. Okay. So right now we have Von Hayes playing first base. And Von Hayes is pretty good. But we're also probably going to lose Darryl Strawberry. I might choose to re-sign him. We'll see what happens after free agency's done. And Mo Vaughn is an ideal Darryl Strawberry replacement. But we need a leadoff hitter and we need a second baseman. Because Schofield can play second base brilliantly. I'm not worried about his glove, but I'm worried about his bat. Oh, this is so hard. Okay, I've made my decision. I'm going to take Mo Vaughn. I have to. This is a man with one hole in his game, which is that he strikes out. Eric Young has one hole in his game too, but it's the fact he never hits for power. And Eric Young isn't the instant starter he appears to be because of his contact, which isn't that great yet. I think I'm going to take Mo Vaughn. Or Ryan Klesko. No. No. I'm not even going to think about Klesko. Because Klesko's just mediocrity with great power. Vaughn is everything great with great power. I'm going to draft Mo Vaughn. We're going to get our first really great player. I feel very good about this. Drafted. I wonder how long it's going to take someone to take Eric Young. Let's just for fun. Let's see. Oh, Eric Young. The Rangers are waiting for him. Not the pro wrestler, I'll have you know, who's Canadian. Cincinnati takes Darryl Kyle. Good luck. Klesko goes to the Tigers. Bennis goes to the Pirates. Abbott goes to the Mets. Easley to the Yankees. Martinez to the Angels. Lewis to the Astros. Aw, Chuck Nagy with the Indians. That's amazing. That's exactly how it should work out. Curtis to the Red Sox. Daryl Sherman to the Royals. I have no idea who that is. These other names I remember. I even remember Ben McDonald. I don't remember who the other guy I just mentioned was. Butch Husky, I remember. Pedro Estacio. A decent little career with Colorado, right? Didn't you pitch with Colorado for a couple of years? Yeah. You really hated it. As do most people who pitch in Colorado. Alright. So we still got some choices, which is actually pretty sweet. There are some players here who don't suck. Pedro Castellano. This seems like my scout loves him, everyone else thinks he's garbage. And he's impossible to sign. Mike Little. Good power, good discipline, decent outfielder. That's a nice package. Andy Fox, another decent choice. But Mike Little at least has 2 tools, where Fox has 0. I'm going to go ahead and draft Mike Little. I think he's a good fit for the team in the years to come. there any starters left? I bet there's no starters left of any value, but there might be. Yep. These are some bad pitchers. Right. Okay. It's worth a check. Carlos Molina can't really play catcher. Now we're into the people I've never heard of. Brian Johnson. That's one of the many Brian Johnsons, I think. Yeah. In terms of talent, the obvious pick is Castellano, who's got an interesting bat. But, I mean, we can't afford to sign him, so who do you want me to take? You want me to take Darren Beer? I get it. Done. This is a very good choice, except for the movement. But I like him. Done. Hope someone finally bit on Castellano. Batting potential. Contact. T.R. Lewis. Kevin Coughlin, sure. Oh, he's impossible. Oh, excuse me. Give me Edwards Fully, then. I don't even care, mate. And let's look at pitchers. Any good control guys left? Dave Watson, huh? Okay. You're another damn high school reliever. Fine, Brian Porter. Let's get a guy with really good stuff and see if we can find someone who can just throw like a 40. Here we go. Eric Bratline. Done. And we'll just get a real big power guy. No, I don't want to do that. Let's just find a real big power guy who might some point in the future develop, here we go, all players. Here we go, Brian Beck. He's probably an impossible player. No, he's just extremely hard. Which means he'll sign for free. Or, you know, he'll ask for it and I just won't give it to him. I like Mike Hindy. Let's draft him too. And we'll go... Camposano, I think, is... No? Okay. We'll take Camposano. He's free. Auto draft, complete draft. I think we made the right call on that draft. I really think we did. I hope we did. Let's see. You want above slot. You can have it. You want below slot. You can have that too. I'm really kind of excited about what Mo Vaughn might be able to bring to the table. I mean, he's a harder the order player. We do actually need to talk to Darryl Strawberry and see what he wants to stay with us. Because I'm not going to pay him a bunch of money. Is Brian Beck good enough to justify it? No, he's not. I'm going to go ahead and let him walk. Alright, I screwed up Rule 5 draft. Damn it. Okay, well, the draft is over, so I can sign some free agents now. Let's see here. Anybody here interesting that's worth keeping? Norm Tanucci is actually. I like him. We'll put him on the 40-man just for now. Then a bunch of nope. Bunch more nope. Yeah, I don't care about these other jerks. Christopher Lee could be scary good, and not just because his name is Christopher Lee, although that certainly doesn't hurt. Let's sign a free agent. What's left? No one signed Paul O'Neill yet. Aha, jerkface. We do want an elite level closer if we can come up with one. But we could also use a good starter. Ooh, Dennis Martinez? Talk about a way to fill out a rotation. Okay, first of all, let's offer Salome Barojas a deal. Because, oh wow, you're just a dick. Fine. Screw you, Salome. Let's get El Presidente. That's a nice upgrade to the rotation, right? And then I'll give you a team option for that year. How does that sound? Alright, fine. I'll give you 2 vesting options. I think the problem is he doesn't want a... and I'll say 25 games started this year, too. How much is Paul O'Neill up to now? Over a million and a half? No. Bob Welch. That's a good value. This, yes, you can have it. Done. Very capable rotation guy. I can dig that. Notice all these guys that are going for cheap are the ones who can't throw, who don't strike people out. And then do we go for the hard ball and just say, Tom Niedenfuer, I choose you? Oh, you don't want to play for me. Why not? Why don't people want to play for me? That's very disappointing. I'll make you an offer too. Why do people not want to sign with me? I mean, Tim Raines is gone. I assume that was the only person anyone disliked on my team. That's really disappointing. Yeah, there's no one here. I'm just gonna finish the auto draft. I bet some people are gonna get claimed and then immediately returned. Oh, no one got claimed this time. Okay. A healthy Dave Stewart would go a long way to fixing a lot of our problems. Like, a lot of problems. Bob Welch. Mo Vaughn is convinced. Dennis Martinez went to Boston. How much did you end up paying for him? A fair bit. A fair bit. Hall of Fame results. Catfish... Wait, didn't Catfish Hunter get elected last year? What? Now look, I may be just a simple country hopper chicken, but I don't think you can be elected to the Hall of Fame twice. Damn. Ooh, sucks to be Rick Monday. No one voted for him. Oh, there goes Brooks Robinson. Jim Palmer wasn't that great for us either. We've had a lot of disappointing pitchers. Like, just so many of them just haven't worked out. We got Welch. Good. A nice cheap addition to the rotation. I like it. There's still, of course, the fact we've still got Dick Schofield starting at second. And the fact that Pat Lennon's entire deal just vanished. Wait, what? Huh? What? I must have had, like, OSA on or something. That was weird. It's like, all of a sudden we think Pat Lennon is garbage. Like, mate, whatever. An upgraded second wouldn't be unwelcome. Yeah, Vaughn Hayes, your days are officially numbered. You might opt out after next season anyway, but that's what Mo Vaughn is for. I'm hoping he'll advance quickly, but we'll keep an eye on him. All right, what do we got left in terms of extension money? We still got a lot of money to extend. I still have Bane for another year? I thought he was done. No, shows what I know. I want to save some money in case Dave Stewart opts out. If I decide I want to keep. What does Darryl Strawberry want? This is honestly, in the new economy of the 1980s and early 90s, this is actually quite affordable. He'd only be 32 at the end of it, too. I will make this deal. This is like the easiest decision I've ever made. Done. I want to take a look at free agency. Can we upgrade it second? That's our obvious problem position still. You can play second quite well, actually. And you're not a bad little hitter. I don't think I can afford you, though. Chico Walker. Nah, I'll just keep the guy I got. We can afford one weakness. We can afford one hole in the lineup. Did we get Tom Apple? We did not. Not yet, anyway. Well, we got Darryl Strawberry extended. People seem pretty enthused with that. There's Tom. This was a good off season. I'm pretty happy about this season. Ooh, you raised my budget too. Nice. Do we try to make one more move? I've got 2.5 million now. I could go super crazy and get two amazing closers, but I don't think I'll do that. Oh, Jesse Orozco. Orozco would be a nice, cheap little addition to this team. Let's grab him. Nope, you don't want to play for me either. Why do people all of a sudden not want to play for me? Is it my bench coach? Do people think I'm a dick? They don't know me. Don't be judging me. I'm very disappointed in you. Yeah, there's nothing else here. That's okay. We'll sim up to spring training. The real interesting problem would actually be if Mo Vaughn just shoots up the quality in spring training. If he significantly improves, because I'm good. Actually, do I even want to take the risk, or would I rather just let Mo Vaughn just stay in the minors? Lee, Kircher, Merced, Hansen, Vaughn, no. I think that's fair. And as an extra bonus, because it feels to me like this episode's actually running a bit short, I'm going to go ahead and set the rosters at the end of this episode. instead of waiting. Oops. That's not the big deal. Huh. Your RBI leader is Sal Campusano. When the Swallows come back to Campusano. You still kept the same people I would have kept, so I'm cool with that. Alan Anderson has now thrown 2 straight innings, or 2 straight seasons of 180 plus. Remember that whole pitch count thing? Bye-bye. And we're going to do something a bit radical once the season starts. I think this is the time in history for us to make an important decision that we'll talk about here in just a minute. So our biggest problem is, among others, that Dave Stewart keeps getting hurt. I think it is time for us, in particular, because we've got so many good pitchers, to go ahead and set a proper 5-man rotation. And I'll talk about what that means in OOTP terms in just a second. It'll mean fewer starts for Stewart, but if Dave Stewart keeps getting hurt every year, that doesn't help. All right, player development. Alan Anderson got better. Dave Hansen got a lot better. Holy shit. Randy Lind got better. Thutzis got worse. Kent Hetrick randomly got better. That's kind of neat. Right. So, let's start by figuring out who is not staying on the roster. No Jay Davison. Fernando Gonzalez at this point, I'm going to go ahead and waive. And if someone else wants to grab him, they're welcome to do so. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 starters. I don't really need 7. I'm going to... Who do I send to the minors? Probably Chuck Finley. No. Let's see what we've... Actually, how many pitchers do we have? We have 17. Let's see who we get rid of in terms of relief. We've got a lot of very similar relievers. Whaley can be demoted. Bain might not take a demotion, but we're going to try. No. Swaggerty can be demoted. Lee could be really special if he gets the control under control. Alright, what are we talking here now in terms of pitchers? We still need to get rid of 3. Or 2. No, wait. No, for my plan to work, we actually need the full 12 pitchers. We still need to dispose of 3 more pitchers. That sounded really wrong. Like we're going to shove them out the back. Wasaki will demote. Still got to demote 2 more. Have you pitched in AAA yet? You haven't. I don't want to wreck Lee's development, so I'll send him down. And then I guess it comes down to Finley or Fruge, because I don't need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 starters. I only need 6. I think Finley. Pitchers are set. Lineup. I think we go ahead and let McKercher play this year. No, we'll actually keep Hunt. I think Hunt is just such a good fit, given a catcher that plays as often as Chili Davis, that I think Hunt is a nice compliment. Joe Lansford, you can just go away. Someone else wants to take you, they're welcome to have you. Oquendo, you have no skills of any interest. Randy Lind down. Okay, we got a crap ton of outfielders. We got to clear some off. And we need to just get rid of Blaine Lockley at this point, honestly. Someone might actually claim him, and if they do, they're welcome to him. Thutzis is hot garbage. I think Campusano. And Orlando Merced, congratulations. You made the team. As did Dave Hansen, which I didn't expect, but I think he's a good hitter. And he'd be really useful to have off the bench. Okay, I promised setting the roster, so let's finish the job. All right. The A's have Mike Piazza. How? Oh my god. This is beyond ridiculous, but whatever. Top prospects. Movan's got to make the list. 32. That's respectable, I guess. How does Oakland not... How do you have a farm system as good as the A's and nothing comes of it? I don't know. We have one try. Oh, God. They want to be like a top 5 minor league system, too. That's not happening anytime soon. All right. Let's build the team in our image. My image. Your image, too, maybe. Okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Are you ready? Strict, on occasion highest record. Rested. So what's the difference in game terms? Always highest rested means that based on the rotation, if Dave Stewart could pitch, he would pitch. Which meant he would consistently get like 40 starts a year, which he clearly can't handle anymore. I'd rather get 25 to 30 good starts than 35 to 37 starts and then not have him for 2 years. So this is a way to try to extend the lifespan of one Dave Stewart and hopefully also take off some of the burden on keeping our pitchers healthy. So we got Dave Stewart. We got Pascual Perez. We got Bob Welch. Mike Morgan, and Alan Anderson. And the thing is, all these starters are about as good as the others, which is one of the things that makes this strategy so attractive to me. All right, Tom Eppel, you are the closer. You actually have enough stamina to be an 8th plus closer, so we're going to go ahead and tell you 8th plus. Mitchell's going to be the stopper. I think that's the role he was made for. And you'll come in if it's a 7th or a close game. Then we're going to have Evans set up in the 7th or later. Michael Jackson, Eddie Bain, and David Stuber will all get submitted relief options. And long relief emergency starter for Jeff Frugie. And Bain is also going to get the dreaded use less often tag. Because he kind of sucks now. I'm also going to make him actually a lefty specialist. There we go. Done. I'm hoping this will help us quite a bit. Like, I bet if we look at, say, like the Braves, their Solos on always started highest rested. Which is a good strategy if you have like 1 or 2 dominant starters and the rest are garbage. But we actually have 5 really good starters. So there's no reason not to give them breaks. In the hopes of keeping them all healthy for an entire season. Alright. Batting ratings. Contact. Making the easy choices first. Don Mattingly. Left field. Plays in the 3-hole. Now, Pat Lennon, in some ways, is the ideal leadoff hitter, but he hasn't developed to that point yet. So I think we keep Von Hayes as the leadoff hitter. For now. But that's going to be Lennon's job in probably the next 2 or 3 seasons once his contact gets up there. Our number 2 hitter has to be someone who's good all around, but doesn't have any other really dominant traits. I really don't want Lennon batting even second, because I need to make sure that my best hitters are near the top. Okay, well, let's fill the other easy spots. Strawberry's gonna clean up. Chili. Chili is the number 2 hitter. Alright, now we fill the rest of the lineup. Cal Ripken is a good all-around hitter, but doesn't have much in the way of upside. Like, playing him doesn't mean the team necessarily gets better or will get better someday. I'm going to bat McCoy 6th. I think I am going to bat Ripken 5th for right now. Ripken. Ease decision, Dick Schofield's bat 9th. Maybe have Lennon hit 8th. And then what position are we missing? First, second, short. Oh, we don't have our DH yet. Okay. Now, Orlando Merced's actually kind of a good right fielder. Dave Hansen doesn't have much power, but he's also a good hitter. I think we put... Or do we go for the defense solution, which actually to bring in Garcia and have him play center? Could move Chili Davis to center, but I think he's forgotten it. Merced's a good corner outfielder. I'm definitely keeping him on the roster. I mean, if it comes down between McCoy and Garcia, Garcia is clearly the better choice defensively. And McCoy's clearly the better hitter, so yeah, I guess we go ahead and DH McCoy. And then Garcia comes in and plays center. We really did need to get an upgraded center. I didn't think of that. Oh well. I'm going to have Lennon hit 7th. Okay. So this is the team. This is the lineup. Let's generate the depth charts. I'm curious to see how the game handles center field. Okay. You're going to give Merced a bit of playing time here and there. That's fine. Everyone else, it's pretty much just, yeah, when someone's tired, you can play. Okay. This will be an interesting season. And a lot of it has to do with how players who underperformed last year do this year. Because of our top 5 players, Chili Davis was good. Very good. Von Hayes was disappointing. His power just didn't happen. So, Hayes we could expect to get better, maybe. Davis is probably going to be about the same. Mattingly, we might expect a slight bounce back, because his contact is still crazy good. But if he doesn't bounce back, I mean, if he just turned in 5 years like this, we'd have won that contract. Strawberry is a guy with 82 power and only managed 20 homers. That number's got to go up. He was good last year, but he could be better. And Cal Ripken was just frustratingly incompetent. We've got to get a better, more well-rounded approach from him. Because his glove is good enough. Career, please. His glove is good enough that it can carry his bat. If his bat improves. I mean, if you look at his real-life stats, he was a pretty good hitter most seasons. Like, he was really good in his 30s. So we should expect more out of him than we're actually getting. We'll see what he can deliver as we go forward. McCoy, we should expect more from, I think. Maybe not the power numbers going up, but the batting average going up. Lennon, I don't know. Garcia, I don't know. Maybe a bit more from Garcia. He does hit for contact, and he has decent discipline. So if he hits around league average, I think his glove will carry him through. And of course, we have poor Dick Schofield, who we're literally... He's just a glove at this point. But he's got 4 of them, which is pretty sweet. He might want to Gold Glove at second base this year. We'll see. Yeah. I genuinely don't know what to make of this season to come. We'll see what happens. Especially when Lennon develops, and especially when Big Mo Vaughn... He's already lost some of his potential. Was he like 75 potential? Damn it. Oh well. When the contact breaks 50 is when I'll start seriously thinking about calling him up. Actually, I'm sorry, when the discipline breaks 50 is when I'll start thinking about calling him up. McKercher's probably about another year away from making the roster. Yeah. Next season we'll have another interesting choice to make, because I highly expect Dave Stewart to opt out of his contract. I'm not going to resign Eddie Bain, that's obvious. I'm going to try to lock down Alan Anderson before we go. Can I get a 4-year deal? And I'll just throw in like another $20K each season. Because he's going to be worth every bit of this, and I think we all know that. Nope. What if I give you a 4-year deal at $300,000 each year? You take that, and I would take that too, because it'll buy out your arbitration years. Anyone else they want to do that for? I mean, not really. This is going to be an interesting year coming up. Because how Dave Stewart performs is going to result in how likely I am to keep him. It's a nice little bounce back here in 1988, but he's a far cry away from 1986. But I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I think we'll end it here. Next week, we'll be diving into another season. I genuinely don't know what to expect. This team could either win lots of games or lose lots of games. Which I guess are the only 2 options, aren't they? I mean, there's also win, go 500 again, which might happen. But yeah. It'll be interesting. Our team's also getting a bit on the older side, and we're going to need to make some adjustments for that eventually. Like when most of our team starts being in its 30s, that's when we're going to have a problem. We do have a couple of youngsters, though, that we didn't have before. We have Pat Lennon. He's only 20. Mike Jackson is only 24, and he might be a good bullpen fixture for some years to come. Alan Anderson's only 25. Dick Schofield's 26, or whatever that's worth to you. But especially the Mo Vaughns and the Tim McKerchers. These are going to be players that I think will play a decent role in the team going forward. Christopher Lee's going to be phenomenal once he figures out how to throw for strikes. He's going to get Eddie Bain's job, and I think he's going to be awesome at it. He was secretly the key to that deal with Boston, was Christopher Lee. Although getting Lennon was good too. But yeah. Almost anything could happen this season. And I don't know what exactly will happen. Which is why they play the games. Thank you for watching, though. And until next time, this has been Avindian. And I bid you good day.